Well, as you said on Saturday, Darren, all about the reaction for this one. You know your unbeaten run will come to an end at some point, and it's all about then how you crack on.
Absolutely, and a real good game to look forward to. Bad defeat for us on Saturday. As you say, these runs tend to end eventually, but you can't take anything away from the fantastic run we were on. Now we've got to try and you know concentrate on Hull. Another 3 points to play for, and that's all we're looking at. Certain things on Saturday we didn't do well enough. We know that. We spoke about that after the game, but didn't speak about it again this morning. We've moved on, and now we need to concentrate on the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, Hull are a good example, really, of reacting after defeats, in that they haven't been hugely consistent after making a strong start to the season, but they've managed to keep the points on the board nevertheless.
Yeah, a team that are up there, and at this stage of the season, deservedly so. I felt that they would be up there. I'm not surprised at all about the fact that they're right up the top of the league, and I've been amongst it for most of the season, virtually all the season. So yeah, I expected them to be strong, and they've shown that over the season.
Yeah, they've been banging in the goals away from home. On paper, at least, should be plenty of goals tomorrow night. We know you guys have been scoring plenty at home, and their away record, certainly in terms of getting goals, is amazing.
Yeah, probably be a 0-0 now, but yeah, you jinxed it. Look, they're a good team in terms of attacking wise and certain things they do. It'll be a good game. Should be an entertaining game. Two good footballing teams, and one I'm looking forward to. I know the players are looking forward to it. Our home form's the best in the league. I think maybe arguably the best in the country. So we go into these home games very confident, but we know we've got to do certain things and improve on Saturday's performance. There's no doubt about that.
You mentioned at the weekend that Johnson had further scans. Are you 100% happy you know what you're dealing with his calf now? Have you got to that stage?
Yes, we know exactly what we're dealing with. We have all along. As I said, I think it was on Thursday that I wouldn't risk anyone if I felt there was a muscle damage in there, but we were clear to play him. We just wanted to double check on Friday. And Saturday, maybe the performance, he knows himself, it wasn't up to his normal standards, but you could say that about a few of them. But he's absolutely fine. His calf's absolutely fine. There's no issues with him.
I know we've spoken a lot, and understandably so, given the relentless nature of the games of assessing players and keeping right on top of the fitness and how sharp and fresh certain players are. Is that particularly the case where you look at some of the attacking players where their bodies go through a different kind of strain? It's one thing maybe playing in central defence compared with being out on the wing. Is that something you have to be aware of?
Yeah, look, you would condition players in relation to what positions they play, especially when you do like fitness work or pre-season work. A winger would do a lot more runs than a centre half. You're absolutely correct. But the players are fine. Physically, the players are absolutely fine. We know we've got tomorrow night and then got a week's break. So we can put everything into it. There's no game on Saturday to concern ourselves with. The players were good today. They were lively, bubbly. And it's a game we're looking forward to. So I've got no concerns about this team physically. And even on Saturday, we finished the game again quite strongly. I know 2-0, they went deeper. But we are finishing games well. There's no getting away from that. Oxford, we should have won it in the end. And we're finishing games really, really looking fit and strong, as with the players have been conditioned to at this stage of the season.
With Ethan Hamilton stepping into the team for the past couple of games, presumably you're pretty pleased with what he's done. It's a hard thing to come in and to fill the shoes of Jack Taylor, as it were, but he seems to have done a good job.
Very, very good. I was pleased with both of those players on Saturday. I thought they controlled large parts of the game for us. Played in the way I wanted them to. And look, Ethan gives us good balance. He's fresh. He's not played as many games as Jack. He gives us good physicality, lovely left foot. He's just got to believe in himself a little bit more, but he's getting that with the games. And in the two games he's come in, I think he's done very well.
Yeah, you mentioned the other day about the pitch and how you anticipate it will become harder to manage as the weather becomes a bit better and maybe a bit drier. Are you feeling that you're on top of all of that as best you can be?
Yeah, I mean, you would expect to see an improvement because of the weather's been better. There's not the frost or anything to concern ourselves with. and the weather has been good. So even when we played, it was our last home game, Wigan. I've seen an improvement from the previous game. There's a little bit more grass on it. Look, it's not great. It's not in good condition. We know that. We know we're going to have to wet it and soak it, and it'll cut up. We're not concerned with that. As long as it's flat, we can still play on it. So we're not going to be using any excuses about the pitch. It's not caused us a problem up to now. I don't see it causing us a problem. I still won't change the way we want to play.
Yeah, and this week marks a year since last season was suspended. So, of course, we've now more or less gone through a whole calendar year without fans watching games. We had a very brief period at the start of December. I remember you saying before, talking about just how tough it's been. Presumably, it doesn't get any easier, really, with the games not having fans there. You do more of them, you become, I guess, more used to it, but it is still pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should suspend it now again. I think just leave it. Us and Hull go up. Happy days. No, seriously, it's. I didn't know it'd been a year. It's been a long year. We're used to the fans. We started the season where we're going to get the fans back. I think quite early in the season, I think everyone knew the way things were going, and we weren't going to achieve that. And it is what it is. We're used to it. It's a strange sort of season, but it's not stopped us doing well so far. And I don't think it's going to stop us in, moving forward. All players have adapted to it very, very well.
In a strange sort of way, it almost adds an extra incentive to the goal, in that if you can get round to August, September, whenever the next season starts, and you can get the promotion you want, what a reward really for everyone who's missed out this season if suddenly you're playing big games in the Championship.
Yeah, I mean, this has been really, you look at it and think it's been 2 seasons into one, if you know what I mean. We played virtually eight and a half months of it last season, and it got curtailed when we felt we were in a strong position. We're in an even stronger position now, but we've just got to make sure that we keep putting the foot down. And it would be a fantastic reward for our supporters who have suffered, not being able to come at the games, suffered in many ways. So, the next league game they come to, if it's in the Championship, happy days. That would be fantastic for them, and they would deserve it because, it has been tough.
Cool. And are you all COVID okay for tomorrow?
Yes, all fine. No one's, everyone negative.